Good morning, everyone. I am Anukriti Chauhan and I welcome you all on this platform of Samyak Civil Services and Samyak Civil Services in English, where we are going to continue with our series of current affairs. So, guys, in this particular class, we are going to discuss the fresh current affairs associated with what? The Rajasthan, the India, along with the international affairs. Along with the international affairs. Now, as you all know that in the examinations, when we talk about some things associated with the affairs, current affairs, then there have been questions like 80% of your paper is associated with the current affairs. Even the static GK questions are somehow associated with the current affairs. So that's what I would like to request you this time, that whenever we are doing something associated with current affairs in our class, you need to focus on the static perspective too. And that's what the agenda of my class is, that we are going to focus it on a comprehensive aspect, right? Not just the current affairs, but along with the current affairs, we are going to look at the static perspective too, right? So in this class, guys, all we have to understand is the static and current relation, which we can name as the dynamism. क्या बोल सकते हैं जैसे हम डायनामिज्म बोल सकते हैं, राइट? अ वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग, अ वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग जी। शुभम, अ वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग। सूर्या, पेशल, अ वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग। क्या बात है, चलिए बढ़िया है। हेमराज जी, अ वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग जी। चलिए, सम्यक में सबसे पहले जो मतलब मैं गुड मॉर्निंग देखती हूँ वो हेमराज जी की होती है, तो वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग हेमराज जी, थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन। यस, okay. Captain Aksh, very good morning. Yeah. So I was discussing the dynamism that is associated with the current affairs. That is the like along with the current affairs, you need to discuss the static GK too, right? So in this particular class, we are going to discuss that only. And one more important news headline, guys, for you all is that on 3rd of July, which is a Sunday, we are going to have a free seminar. We are going to have a free seminar. The location is at Samyak New Building. Samyak New Building, Gopalpura Bypass, Jaipur. This is in association with the new RAS Foundation batches along with the Kaizen. काइजन के बारे में आप सबको पता होगा, अगर नहीं पता है तो ये फ्री सेमिनार अटेंड करो। दिस इज बीइंग स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 4th of July 2022 से आपके न्यू बैचेस स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं सेपरेटली फॉर दी हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश मीडियम। हिंदी और इंग्लिश मीडियम दोनों के लिए सेपरेट बैचेस हैं, राइट? यस। क्या बताना है, बताइए सूर्या, व्हाट इज द इशू? हाँ जी, फ्रेंड्स इस चैनल पर नहीं है लाइव इंग्लिश। एक सेकेंड, दोनों पर होगी। एक सेकेंड, जस्ट अ सेकेंड, लेट मी चेक। सूर्या, पेशल, मैं एक बार चेक करके बता रही हूँ। जस्ट शेयर दिस सेशन, please share this session with your friends too, guys. We are just resuming the class on the Samyak Civil Services. friends, let's begin with our current affairs session on Samyak Civil Services, also on Samyak Civil Services in English. In this particular session, we are going to discuss the current affairs associated with Rajasthan, India and international affairs. And I was telling you about the RAS Foundation batches, which are being starting from the 4th of July 2022, separately in the Hindi and English medium. So you can join these batches very soon for your RAS preparation. Also, you can join this course Kaizen, which is very, very important and very, very new for each and every one of you, right? This is very innovative course in which along with your graduation, you can cover up a lot of things. So get these details on 3rd of July in a free seminar as that is being organized at the Samyak new building, right? चलिए, हाँ जी. So share कर दी class को, start करें अब. Yes. Current affairs top 10 at 10. The first news headline is associated with the Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, run on the occasion of the International Day Against Drug Abuse. When do we celebrate this International Day Against Drug Abuse? When do we celebrate this particular day, guys? कब celebrate किया जाता है ये? Yes, special सूर्या अब clear है, अब तो पता चल गया है ना? बताइए. When do we celebrate this particular day of International Day Against the Drug Abuse? कब celebrate किया जाता है ये? हाँ जी, इंग्लिश वाले चैनल पर. हाँ, अब तो चल गई ना, अब तो चल गई. Yes. Anybody who knows the answer for this question, that International Day Against Drug Abuse is celebrated on which day? It is awareness day to stop the use of drugs. When is this celebrated? Surendra Singh, a very good morning. Yes. Yeah. So the answer associated with is none other than the 26th of June. Right? We celebrated this International Day Against the Drug Abuse, in which what we have propagated, क्या propagate किया है हमने? Patial, a very good morning. What have we propagated? कि हमें किसी भी तरह से, by any means, we need to stop the usage of drugs. हमें किसी भी means से ड्रग्स के यूजेज को रोकना है, लोगों को ये अवेयर करना है that on the humanitarian grounds this is a bad practice, and along with the humanitarian grounds, on the health grounds this is a bad practice, right? So can you tell me the theme of this day? Theme of International Day Against the Drug Abuse. इसका थीम क्या था? आप क्या मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन के अंदर बता सकते हैं? Exactly, Paishal. That is the addressing drug challenges in the health and humanitarian crisis. Please note this theme down, guys, because this can be asked in the examination. क्या थीम था आपका? देखो, जब भी मैं थीम से एसोसिएटेड बात करूं तो क्यों याद रखना? क्योंकि एसोसिएटेड विद द थीम अक्सर आपके एग्जामिनेशन में क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, राइट? तो अभी लिखो इसका एड्रेसिंग ड्रग चैलेंजेस, ड्रग एसोसिएटेड जितने भी चैलेंजेस हैं, ड्रग चैलेंजेस. नाउ इन which two streams we are talking about? Then health along with the humanitarian things, right? तो लिख लो in health and humanitarian crisis. Why is this important, guys? Health and humanitarian crisis. देखिए, first thing, health is considered to be the utmost priority of an individual, right? And nowadays, we are giving preference to the humanitarian concerns too, as we are seeing people devoting themselves towards the humanity, good deeds associated with the humanity. So all we are going to understand this year's theme of the International Day Against the Drug Abuse was associated with what? It is with addressing the drug challenges in health and humanitarian crisis. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Captain Akshan Peshal, very nice. Right? So let's get the description of this. Which department is associated? Now there can be the question associated with the department. We all know this. So we can refer to the department being what? The Department of Social Justice and Empowerment. What has this organized? Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. That is the 19th run against the World Abuse Day, Drug Abuse Day today. Right? Where? So where भी हमें पता चल गया है. At the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, Bhishma Pitama Marg, Pragati Vihar, New Delhi. Right? Mukesh Jatolia, very good morning, a very good morning. Anil, a very good morning. Yes. The run is being organized in association with the Health Fitness Trust New Delhi to wean away the youth and others from drugs and to make our country drugs free. A pledge will also be administered to the participants. Like हम लोग क्या करेंगे? उनको शपथ भी ग्रहण कराएंगे. Right? What will we do? We will ask them to basically pay attention to pledging that for the welfare of society, we are not going to consume any sort of drugs. Is this clear? Is this clear? Yes, Nasha Mukti Abhiyan, bilkul. Chali. Next, we'll have a look. This will be followed by the run to flag off by Dr. Virendra Kumar, who is associated with the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Earlier, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment was under Thawarchand Gehlot Sahab, right? Now, Thawarchand Gehlot Sahab is on an administrative position, right? It is a temporary administrative position, which I would say, I would just explain the temporary and permanent executive positions. He is the temporary executive at which post? Can anyone tell me? इससे पहले वीरेंद्र कुमार जी से पहले जो सोशल जस्टिस एंड एम्पावर मिनिस्ट्री है वो थावरचंद गहलोत साहब के अंडर में आती थी और अभी थावरचंद गहलोत साहब आपके किसी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव पोजीशन पे हैं. वो पोजीशन कौन सी है? यस, नोबडी बताओ यार, कमेंट सेक्शन के अंदर आंसर दो. हाँ जी, आंसर इन द कमेंट सेक्शन फर्स्ट. Yes, exactly, Surya. Very nice. He is the governor of Karnataka state. He is the, earlier it was Thawarchand Gehlot Sahab, who is right now the governor of Karnataka. Right? So this can sometimes confuse you. These types of questions can sometimes confuse you कि मैं डॉक्टर वीरेंद्र कुमार की जगह थावरचंद गहलोत जी का अगर नाम आ जाए स्टेटमेंट बेस्ड में तो वो गलत हो जाएगा. ठीक है? Spreading mass awareness amongst the drug abuse. International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking is marked on 26th of June every year. Now, this is to strengthen the action and cooperation in achieving a world free of drug abuse. Against this, the run is organized to create the awareness of the same and to present a united front against the drug abuse. कि लोग जो नशा करने के बाद में क्या करते हैं, मारा पीटी करते हैं, गलत तरह का व्यवहार करते हैं. To stop that particular behavior of the people, we will be standing against the drug abuse unitedly, right? Pardon, sorry. A nationwide drug-free India campaign that is being named as Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan is on the 272 identified districts of the country, in which somewhere around Rajasthan's districts were also concerned, and the southern and the Punjab side districts where the drug abuse is the most prevalent practice. Exactly. दिख रहे हैं अनिल जी? बताइए, बिल्कुल बताइए. Pro-Tem Speaker Dr. Virendra. Okay, very nice, patient. Very nice. Captain Aksh, very nice. Yeah. So here, this year, the theme was share facts on the drugs and save lives. This was the theme of the illicit trafficking against thieves, right? The thing, whenever we talk about the major theme associated with the event, with the day for the year, it was about the addressing the challenges that have been associated with the drugs in the field of health and the humanitarian crisis, right? So let's move ahead. The motive is to combat misinformation by sharing real facts on the drugs. जितने भी रियल आपके फैक्ट्स हैं एसोसिएटेड विद द ड्रग्स, आपका इसका प्रिवेंशन प्रैक्टिसेस क्या है, आपके ट्रीटमेंट किस तरह से हो सकते हैं, एविडेंसेस क्या क्या हैं कि आप ड्रग्स लेते हैं, वो सब आपको क्लियर फॉर्म में, मतलब ये कह सकते हैं कि आपके विदाउट एनी चेंजेस ट्रांसपेरेंट फॉर्म में जनता के सामने रखना। ठीक है, हाँ, जन जन जागृत कर, हर घर बागे आओ मिलकर नशा मुक्त भारत बनाए। क्या बात है, हाँ जी। So this will be an event having different sub-events, right? Which will be a 1 kilometer run, a 5 kilometer run, a 10 kilometer run, Zumba classes, aerobics, along with that which have been organized in this particular region. ठीक है, चलो तो नेक्स्ट न्यूज हेडलाइन देख लेते हैं। नेक्स्ट न्यूज हेडलाइन देख लेते हैं। स्वच्छ भारत मिशन Urban 2.0 launches the revised Swachh certification protocols to sustain the open defecation free status across the urban area. Urban India. Can anyone explain me this news headline? Kuldeep, a very good morning. A very good morning, Kuldeep. Can anyone explain me this news headline? Yes. Any news headline that you have seen associated with some of the information of open defecation free? Indore, it was in the water plus section. इंदौर वाटर प्लस में था, बताऊंगी उसके बारे में भी अभी, बट अभी आप इसको एक्सप्लेन कीजिए पहले। व्हाट्स दिस न्यूज हेडलाइन एंड व्हाट इज दिस एसोसिएटेड विद? So open defecation free is basically associated with not performing any of the bad, or we would say the toiletries activities in the open areas, right? As this is not important for the environment. Bhavani Shankar ji, a very good morning. Hello. Yes, not exactly the water supply. Captain Aksh, इसमें हम ये रेफर करेंगे कि जो भी आपका रीजन है, that region needs to be clean. और उसमें कोई भी ओपन सैनिटेशन प्रैक्टिस आप नहीं परफॉर्म करें, राइट? गुड मॉर्निंग भरत, गुड मॉर्निंग। ठीक है, तो इसके बारे में आप समझने की कोशिश करते हैं। स्वच्छ भारत मिशन अर्बन 2.0 being implemented by the Housing and the Urban Affairs Ministry, which has recently launched the revised Swachh certification protocols for what? The ODF, ODF plus, ODF plus plus, Water plus certifications. मतलब आपके नए प्रोटोकॉल्स आए हैं। अब इनका जो कैटेगराइजेशन होगा that will be on a different scale. Now that will be having different parameters, right? A very good morning, Atal ji. The particular launch event, which was held at the Nirman Bhavan, was chaired by Shri Manoj Joshi, who was the secretary of the MOHUA, and was attended by various stakeholders such as the officials from the states, UTs, cities, and sector partners. Now, guys, why is this sectoral partners important, and why is this partnership deed important within them? What is the major agenda? Can anyone brief me about this? What is the major concern of having this organized? हाँ जी, टैगलाइन एक कदम स्वच्छता की ओर, बिल्कुल सही, बिल्कुल करेक्ट। इसमें एक चीज तो मेरे समझ में आ गई है, that all the stakeholders will be taking care of things in a very respective manner, right? Now, is it about reducing the ODF, or is it about making it zero, achieving 100% target? ODF में सिर्फ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, ODF प्लस में वाटर अवेलेबिलिटी, ODF प्लस प्लस में लोग जाते हुए, yes, government policy. During the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's maiden independence speech 2014, the target of eliminating the menace of open defecation from India was made a national development priority. And Mahatma Gandhi's 150th birth anniversary was chosen as the day by which all cities and statutory towns in urban India were to become 100% ODF free. राइट? अब इसमें क्या बात हो रही है कि 2014 में जब आपके इन्होंने नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने स्पीच दी थी ऑन द इंडिपेंडेंस डे, देन ही टॉक्ड अबाउट दिस मेकिंग दिस ओपन डेफिकेशन अ प्रॉब्लम एसोसिएटेड विद द नेशन, राइट, पूरे नेशन से एसोसिएटेड चीज है ये, एंड दिस शुड मेड अ प्रायोरिटी ऑन अ national basis, right? So what we can counter over here? We can counter it by saying that now the government is doing initiatives, taking efforts, but we still need to get very, very attentive in achieving this particular target. And now what that target is associated with? By the Swachh Bharat Mission Urban, India has scripted for itself a successful sanitation narrative that is a fitting tribute to Mahatma Gandhi's vision of clean India. तो क्लीन इंडिया को अपनाने के लिए अगर हमें किसी विजन की बात करनी पड़े दैट इज एसोसिएटेड विद नन अदर देन महात्मा गांधी, सो व्हेनेवर देयर विल बी अ रेफरेंस ऑफ क्लीन इंडिया, ग्रीन इंडिया, स्वच्छ भारत मिशन, डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू मेंशन महात्मा गांधी, राइट? Do not forget that, because he will be playing a very important role in this particular segment, right? 7 years since the mission was launched, lakhs of citizens, especially women, children and the Divyangs, have been provided the dignity and safety to perform the sanitation facilities. Now we have the things associated with what ODF, ODF plus and ODF plus plus are, right? अभी देख रहे हैं कैप्टन अक्ष, पहले ये पढ़ो फिर मैं आपके क्वेश्चन का आंसर दूंगी, ठीक है? तो ये कह रहा है robust monitoring mechanism ensured by increasing the number of survey sample size and location types. सर्वे सैंपल साइज को आपका इंक्रीज करना, लोगों को से ज्यादा क्वेश्चन पूछना, ज्यादा लोगों से क्वेश्चंस पूछना, एंड बाय इंक्रीजिंग द नंबर ऑफ बेसिकली द लोकेशन टाइप्स. लोकेशन टाइप्स क्या क्या है उन पे भी ध्यान देना. ODF plus, this focus on the functionality of the CTPT and the innovative of O&M business model for their sustainability in the long run. Now why is this important guys? आपका जितना भी मॉडल्स हैं, आपके जिन मॉडल्स पे बिजनेस वर्क करता है, ऑपरेशन, मार्केटिंग, उन सब के ऊपर अगर हम टारगेट करते हुए प्रिपरेशन करेंगे तो हमारे लिए एक चीज़ी कॉन्सेप्ट को समझना इजी हो जाएगा, राइट? So now we understand the ODF plus plus, which emphasizes on the mechanized clinics, septic tanks and sewers, safe collection and the treatment of used water, as well as safe management of the facial sludge. This is also very important, right? So when we have to talk about ODF and ODF plus things, then that creates a very important and a prominent person's right. Exactly. Then later on, water plus. For this water plus, you have already noted Indore being on one of the top positions, right? And when Indore was topping this personal position of this particular rank, then we have observed that none of the things were required, right? Indore ने self dependency के साथ में ये cleaning और cleanization और water plus में अपना नाम को register कराया है. Is that clear? Clear हुआ? Yes. Clear हुआ इतना? बताओ जल्दी जल्दी कमेंट सेक्शन के अंदर. Yes. Clear हुआ इतना? Associating with the ODF thing and the problems rising out of the ODF. अगर हम ODF की को रिड्यूस नहीं कर पाते हैं तो क्या होता है? बहुत खराब है. हाँ जी. होली मिजोरम को नहीं रेफर करेंगे, है ना? क्योंकि later it was stated that there were many other states and districts too which were responsible for the ODF thing, right? Which took initiatives to reduce this ODF. So we would refer to the northeast region, right? Coming to the next point that is very important. Garud Aerospace, an Indian drone startup, to establish a facility in Malaysia. Now this is a drone, not a helicopter. This is a drone, not a helicopter. Can you all see this? Yes. A drone, not a helicopter. चलो समझते हैं इसे भी. Garud Aerospace Private Limited. It is an integrated drone manufacturer, and drone as a service, that is the DAS, is the provider based in India. This would invest 115 crores in the construction of a production facility in Malaysia. Now we will be doing what? A production facility we will be providing it to the Malaysians. The decision is made to establish a drone manufacturing plant in Malaysia with a daily production capacity of around 50 drones. Now 50 drones will be helping in the private sector safety and security too, along with the defense, right? The components would be imported from India and other nations. जो जितने भी components हैं, that will be imported from India and the other nations, which is very, very important, right? The city-based business has partnered with the Hilse Global, that is the Hilse Drones, which is a Malaysian drone startup and very, very prominent in the Malaysia. This alliance will establish a drone ecosystem with cutting-edge artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning technology. Guys, it is important for us to note down that any of the technique, any of the program that has been launched by us is associated with some of the other launching, right? Yes, गार्ड ड्रोन्स आपके मूवी में भी दिखाए गए हैं, दैट इज उरी. वो आपका गरुड़ होता है, वो लेके चला जाता है, फिर वो नीचे गिर जाता है, बट ही वाज ट्रैकिंग ऑल दोस थिंग्स डाउन, राइट? सो दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. इज दैट क्लियर? वो तो मुझे भी नहीं पता. आई डोंट हैव अ ड्रोन. This partnership is not a joint venture in which the equity capital is shared by two entities. The Malaysian firm will make it possible for Garud Airports to establish the factory and other commercial opportunities near to where this is accessible. जहाँ ये accessible है वहाँ पर इस activity को नतीजा देना. Some of the facts associated with this, and the next news headline that comes is the South Korea sent its first satellite into the orbit using a domestic Nuri rocket. Now again very important. नहीं, इंपोर्ट होगा सामान, फिर मिसाइल यहाँ बनेगी. सामान इंपोर्ट होगा और फिर मिसाइल यहाँ पे बनेगी. ये इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज है भैया. सामान बने और मिसाइल इंपोर्ट हो तो कितना फायदा हो जाएगा अपने को? होगा कि नहीं होगा फायदा? बताओ जरा कैसे होगा फायदा? यस, इन द कमेंट सेक्शन प्लीज द आंसर. फायदा कैसे होगा? Nobody? Why guys? ब्रह्मास्त्र मिसाइल कॉस्ट कम पड़ेंगी, ठीक है. वाई? क्योंकि लेबर और रॉ मटेरियल सस्ता आता है. एब्सोल्युटली. डिफेंस सिस्टम स्ट्रांग होगा एज नई चीजें कमीशन होती रहेंगी उसके अंदर, राइट? व्हाट एल्स? यस, लो कॉस्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, वी कैन लर्न टेक्नोलॉजी. बोनस फॉर इंडिया. बोनस कैसे है इंडिया के लिए, वही मैं पूछ रही हूँ. मेरा क्वेश्चन ही यही है कि क्या फायदा होगा. चलो कोई बात नहीं, छोड़ो. नेक्स्ट न्यूज हेडलाइन समझो. रेफरेंस समझ गए हो? जिन लोगों ने समझा उन्होंने रेफरेंस सही समझा है. साउथ कोरिया सेंट इट्स फर्स्ट सैटेलाइट इनटू द ऑर्बिट यूजिंग अ डोमेस्टिक नूरी रॉकेट. Now, this is a homegrown rocket which will boost the nation's expanding aerospace ambitions and providing it the necessary technologies to build larger missiles and launch spy satellites in the midst of tensions with rival North Korea. Now, this is important as we talk about the rival North Korea and rivalry between the North Korea and South Korea. It is to be noted that in the midst of the issues that have been arising, the tensions that have been arising, we need to have a peaceful association with some of the further, or we can say official helps, but it should not create any sort of nuisance, right? Good morning, Sham. Good morning. Exactly, Bharat. मेक इन इंडिया को बूस्ट करेगा. क्या करेगा? मेक इन इंडिया सेक्टर को बूस्ट करने की बात भी यहां पर दे रखी है. That if everything will work fine and in a great manner, then it will be particularly associating with the Make in India. An unmanned South Korean station in the Antarctica received signals from the satellite that informed it on its condition, which is important as this thing that they are communicating, and this communication leads to easier relations, right? हाँ, not just मतलब local relations की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ, I'm talking about the international relations, right? Yes. Next is the President Yoon Suk Yeol. He congratulated the scientists and the other launch participants in the video conference and promised to uphold this campaign pledge to create a state aerospace agency according to his office. Right? So this is like a dream come true कि घर के ही सामने आपका जो है यूनिवर्सिटी और ऐसा कुछ बना दिया जाए जहाँ पर बहुत सारे लर्नर्स सीखने के लिए आए, है ना. तो ये बहुत अच्छी अच्छी चीजें हैं जो वीक का हमें भी सीखने को मिल रही हैं. सो वी नीड टू कीप अ गुड माइंड ऑन देम, राइट. इज दिस मच क्लियर? अशोक जी, वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग. यस. Next is SS Mundra, appointed as the chairman of the BSE. Guys, trust me or not, this is the organization responsible for any kind of stock exchange in India. Whenever any kind of stock exchange is referred in India, this particular organization, that is the Bombay Security Exchange, is very, very prominent. Right? Rocketry movie आ रही है, किसकी बायोपिक है जी, बताएंगे बाद में. चलो नेक्स्ट न्यूज हेडलाइन देखते हैं. This is a public interest director to lead the world's largest stock exchange according to the BSE. Justice Vikram Sen will be replaced by Mr. Mundra. After serving for 3 years, Mr. Mundra left his position as the Reserve Bank of India Deputy Governor in July 2017. And later on, he held and before this, he had the positions of chairman and MD in the Bank of Baroda until he retired in July 2014. तो जुलाई 2014 से जुलाई 2017 तक इन्होंने क्या किया? इन्होंने आपके रिजर्व बैंक के डेप्यूटी गवर्नर की पोजीशन ली. एंड उससे पहले ये क्या थे? चेयरमैन और एमडी थे आपके बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा में, राइट. Next comes, he has held a number of significant positions covering his more than 40 years of career. That is the Executive Director of Union Bank of India, Chief Executive of Bank of Baroda, and among others, additionally, he represented as the RBI G20 Forum nominee in the Financial Stability Board and its numerous segments, right? Additionally, he served as the International Worker Network on the Financial Education's Vice Chair for the OECD, and he served on the boards of a number of multifaceted businesses before the RBI, including Clearing Corporation of India and the Central Depository Services India Limited. Guys, now what is important, guys, over here, some of the depository limited companies, or whenever we talk about associating with these services, associating with the cleaning, when they are concerned in the banking sector, then it is a crucial job for as one person holds the responsibility for this particular action. And as a whole, if we talk about, this is a positive or the negative impact is depicted on the firm. The positive or the negative impact is depicted on the firm. So let's understand the news headline next, which is important for us to note down. It is concerned with the Chief Minister who has approved the proposal of a 500-bed IPD tower to be built at the Sanganeri Gate Women Hospital in Jaipur. Now guys, क्यों important है ये कोई बता सकता है मुझे? क्यों important है? क्यों important है? फीमेल हेल्थ जितनी भी आपकी कंपनीज हैं जो ट्रांसफॉर्मेबली अगर हम बात करते, चलो अभी बताती हूँ थोड़ा सा इसको डिटेल में देख लेते हैं कैप्टन अक्ष. आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू, राइट. ठीक है, फिर वो न्यूज ज्यादा अच्छे से समझ में आ जाएगी. ठीक है, यस. चलो, here we are talking about building an IPD where IPD tower at the basic Sanganeri Gate Women Hospital, Jaipur. Now, why is this important, guys? For the women to take care of themselves since the very time, since they start conceiving or anything, they should be going right away to the medical assistance, right? Because it is necessary for us to know what's there within, right? Important decisions being taken up by the Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot with the commitment of expansion and the strengthening of medical facilities in the state. Now, we will be taking care of the medical facilities in the state too and be highly responsible about what needs to be done against the medical sector, right? In this direction, he was not now approved a proposal to spend a total of rupees 1,117 crores as to release the facilities in Jaipur-based Women's Hospital Sanganeri Gate. Now Sanganeri Gate associated women के लिए क्यों ध्यान रखा जा रहा है guys? देखो, एक तो free services वहाँ पे लोगों को दी जाती हैं. Along with the free services, we can clearly observe that there have been some of the prominent ways through which we can understand how progressive one's women life is. हाँ, exactly, Surya. Keeping in mind the problems that have been associated with women, हमारे लिए बहुत important है कि हम women की health का ध्यान रखें. ये तो बहुत सही बात बोली है. देखो, normally भी अगर हम बात करें ना, तो above all अगर किसी की health हमारे लिए important है, just a second, तो वो किसकी health है? Women health है ना? Guys, not just the mental and the physical problems, but there have been association of a lot of problems that the women face, right? Consider the issues that have been associated with the birth of the women child, right? When a woman is born, when a girl is born, she is like पैदा होते ही already हमारे जान को बहुत threats होते हैं. Female infanticide, which is very, very common. Female feticide, very, very common. Infanticide, होते ही मार देना. Feticide, होने से पहले ही मार देना. Right? Some of the major issues are concerned with the females with reference to their natural health too. Now, what can be them? What they can be? They can be things. अरे गांधी जी कौन है? अरे गांधी जी कौन है? कौन है ये नीरू नाइट? What do you want? No. Exactly not, Captain Aksh. It is associated with the women health care. It is needed. Roles की भी बात नहीं है. एक simple सी चीज है. The health problems associated with women are very, very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. And one important role that women only plays in the life of a man is being being the giver of the family, or we would say the one who takes the family ahead, right? So one thing that is concerned is very, very prominent during, if we talk about in general, there are a lot of we would say problems that are associated with women, with the pregnant women. So the government is paying now attention to those problems, addressing their malnutrition issue, addressing their mental health issues, addressing their physical health issues, and then providing them with the benefits of the services that women can avail, right? And not just this, guys, there have been a lot of issues that are being concerned. The increasing of this particular breast cancers in women, that is very, very prominent nowadays. So all I would say would just a request, humble request to each and every one of you, that please spread awareness of these issues in your family too. They are very, very concerned, and as you all know that we need to take care of the women to take our families ahead, है ना? तो please थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखना. Gandhi ji 1915 came from British Africa. 1917 started आंदोलन against British. चंपारण आंदोलन बिहार first 1917-18. बरदोली में सरदार पटेल. वाह, कैप्टन अक्ष, आपको आंसर देने को किसने कहा? आपको आंसर देने को किसने कहा? चलो. So with its construction, the facility of 1200 beds will increase simultaneously. So अभी अगर ये 500 बेड्स आपके बन जाते हैं तो 1200 बेड्स के आसपास की कैपेसिटी हो जाएगी OPDs and IPTs के अंदर, which are being provided from free of cost in all government hospitals from 1st of April to the women, right? Insurance will also be provided, which will be involving rupees 5 lakhs, premium amount नहीं कहूंगी, facility amount कहूंगी. ठीक है? इतना अच्छा समझा रहे हैं वो, समझ लो पहले. कैप्टन अक्ष, मैं ये कह रही हूँ, सिंपल सी चीज है. देखो, छोड़ो उसको, छोड़ो जो गांधी जी के बारे में सोच रहा है, पूछ रहा है, उसको बोलो जाके पूरा फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल पढ़कर आए, देन यू विल अंडरस्टैंड हु गांधी जी वाज, राइट? और नहीं ज्यादा करना है तो पुराने वाले नोट देख लो, ठीक है? उन पे सब पे फोटोग्राफ्स हैं, बहुत सुंदर सुंदर, ठीक है? और ये 50 वर्ड का आंसर मैं नहीं मानती हूँ. You need to prove his role. That अगर ये पूछता है who was Gandhi ji, explain. So please mention his role. What was his role in the Indian freedom struggle, right? Next news headline is in the camp of Sanskrit Academy, there was a deep brainstorming on the cultures and rituals. The scholars explained the true meaning of the words to the students associated with the language of Sanskrit. Right? You don't need to answer the question. I'm here to answer them. Right? तो हुआ क्या, एक संस्कृत अकेडमी के अंदर आपकी एक कॉन्फ्रेंस सॉर्ट ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइज की गई, in which awareness of spreading Sanskrit, awareness of increasing the demand of Sanskrit was raised. Now, why it was raised, guys? We all know that all the epics we have are written in Sanskrit. All the previous documents that we have are associated with Sanskrit. So one should at least understand Sanskrit to this extent that in the future generations, we need to tell our generation about what was there in the history, what was the historical period, what was this 1947, what was this 1991. Then we have these books as a proof and these authors and these persons as a proof who will be explaining the detailed analysis to the future generation to preserve this art and culture. These steps are being taken in the Sanskrit Academy for the promotion of the Sanskrit language. In any academy, there have been provisions associated with the different sort of activities, right? So that by those activities only we are generating and inculcating good habits in the learners, right? Yes, all books maximum Sanskrit language में लिखी हुई होती है, लेकिन script अलग अलग होती है, ठीक है, ये भी ध्यान रखना. Script sometimes is different, अलग अलग scripts होती हैं, राइट जैसे ब्राह्मी है, देवनागरी है, बहुत अलग अलग होती है. So senior journalists and writers will present their views on media, social media and youth on the last day. The timing of the camp will be from 9:30 a.m. to 12:15 a.m. And on this occasion particularly, Krishnapad Das Prabhu and the Gita and the life management Shastri Koslendra Das and moral values and character S.P. Paliwal expressed their views. तो उन्होंने सब ने अपने अपने views को express किया. हाँ, सारी नहीं है ना, आई नो आज सारी नहीं है. आज का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है ना वो बहुत ही नया नया है और बहुत मुश्किल से मिली आज, ट्रस्ट मी. मतलब ये चीज तो लिख के ले लेना, ये जो न्यूज हेडलाइंस है ना आज बहुत ही मुश्किल से मिली है. 10 संस्कृत लैंग्वेज को बेसिकली गवर्नमेंट बूस्ट करना चाहती है, इसके लिए गवर्नमेंट जितने चाहे उतने इनिशिएटिव लेने को रेडी है. और ये क्यों भी नीडेड है, इसलिए भी नीडेड है क्योंकि अब जो संस्कृत का एसेंस है वो एसेंस खत्म होने वाला है. सूर्या ये देखो, कुछ तो पीआईबी की है, ये वाली शायद डीआईपीआर की है, ये वाली डीआईपीआर की है. ये जो हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं एसोसिएटिंग विद दिस इज एसोसिएटेड विद द डीआईपीआर. आई टुक दिस फ्रॉम डीआईपीआर, है ना. चलो, लैंग्वेजेस अलग होते हैं, डायलेक्ट्स अलग होते हैं, आपकी जो है स्क्रिप्ट्स अलग हैं, ठीक है, तो ये सब अलग अलग होते हैं, ठीक है. चलो, मीटिंग ऑफ प्राइम मिनिस्टर विद द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ अर्जेंटीना ऑन द साइडलाइंस ऑफ द G7 summit. Now guys, why was this question raised? Because when we talk about the G7, the groups and the meetings of international affairs, please keep in mind that any action taken by the president of Argentina will be marking a specific point and like on the आर प्राइम मिनिस्टर टू. जो भी वहां से एसोसिएटेड चीजें होंगी वो कहीं ना कहीं हमें यहाँ पे इफेक्ट करेंगी ही करेंगी, ठीक है. चलो, कोई बात नहीं, चेक नहीं किया तो कर लेना. एक दो और इम्पॉर्टेंट न्यूज हेडलाइन थी उसमें, है ना, पर वो मैंने इसलिए नहीं ली क्योंकि मुझे लग रहा था कि वो बहुत जनरल है, उसमें कोई क्वेश्चन फ्रेम नहीं होगा, लेकिन अगर आपको याद रहे तो अच्छी चीज है, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. Next is the Narendra Modi. He met the president of Argentina, that is HE, Mr. Alberto Fernandez, in Mumbai on the sidelines of G7 summit on 26th of June. This was the first bilateral meeting between the two leaders. They reviewed progress in implementation the bilateral strategic partnership established in the 2019. So now all this that we'll be doing will be associating with the partnership implementing and progress which is being required in this particular model of functioning, right? Ma'am, PM Modi yesterday's speech, you listen? Yes. Listen. चलो, काफी सारी चीजें हैं जो उसमें इंपॉर्टेंट हैं. नेक्स्ट न्यूज हेडलाइन इज एसोसिएटेड विद द लेबर मिनिस्टर सुखराम बिश्नोई साहब and chairman of the public prosecution redressal committee Pukhraj Parashar. which organized the ER in the Sanchor, overseeing the projects of the works. All the projects works which were concerned were associated with this particular Sukram Vishnui. And what we can do is we can understand it in a better manner. Why? How? By marking the points down associated with the progress and the completion of work. Right? So let's mark this. So we saw the progress of works being done under the Falodi section access the ER project under the Narmada project on the Sanchor subdivision area. Now, when we talk about the Sanchor subdivision area, that is very, very important for us, as this basin area can be one of the prominent questions in the upcoming examinations, right? Then, after taking stock on the ER project, the Labour Minister and the other chairmen of the Public Prosecution Committee gave necessary instructions after reaching the under construction memorial. Now, guys, it is important to keep our monuments, to keep our architecture alive. Now, what we can do to prevent them? We can basically counter all the things down. We can just target that there have been no mosquitoes or anything around. Like, देखो, preservation की बात बहुत important होती है, ठीक है? फॉरेस्ट एसोसिएटेड बात इंपॉर्टेंट होती है, बेसिकली आपकी क्लीनलीनेस की बात इंपॉर्टेंट होती है. तो नॉट जस्ट हेयर इन आवर होम्स वी आर टेकिंग केयर ऑफ देम, बट व्हेनेवर इवन वी गो आउटसाइड वी टेक केयर ऑफ देम इज अ गुड सिटीजन मैनर, राइट? इज दैट क्लियर? Yes. Anyone who would like to ask any of the questions? Because now when we understand the questions, we will be taking care of these classes and these news affairs on 30th of June, which I have already stated to you all that on 30th of Sanchor Jalor Basin, बिल्कुल correct है. 30 जून को, 30th of June, we will be having a test, right? और 1 घंटे का टेस्ट नहीं है, 3-4-5 घंटे वाला टेस्ट है. तो वो ध्यान रखिएगा. कोशिश करूंगी कि अगर क्वेश्चन पॉसिबल हुए तो बायलिंगुअल ले आओ, ठीक है? सो गाइज, आई होप यू गाइज हैव एंजॉयड दिस पर्टिकुलर सेशन. कोई डाउट है तो आप मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं. एक मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप इस सेशन को प्लीज अपने दोस्तों के साथ में शेयर कीजिए, सो दैट दे ऑल्सो कैन ज्वाइन अस एंड अंडरस्टैंड दीज क्लासेस एंड मेक दीज सेशंस एन इंटरेक्टिव सेशन. एंड थैंक यू सो मच अंजू, थैंक यू सो मच पेशल, अटल जी, Capnaksh, very thank you. And also one request, guys, then please do cover the static portion too associated with the GK, right? One and the last time that I will telling you for today, that on 3rd of July there is a free seminar. 3rd July free seminar, 4th July new batch beginning. किस चीज की बात हो रही है यहाँ पे? RAS की बात हो रही है. Now, if you want to know more details about them, then you can do what? You can join in the free seminar on 3rd of July at the Samyak new building, Gopalpura bypass, Jaipur. So thank you so much guys for joining in. I hope you guys have enjoyed the session, and if you have enjoyed, then please share this with your friends, and if you have not enjoyed this, then please give me good honest feedbacks about what we can improvise in our classes. So thank you so much guys. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Keep sharing, keep learning. Thank you.